Welcome to GameByte.
This episode of GameByte is brought to you by Jinx.com. To get 10% off of your entire shopping cart, use the promo code QUIT_366 at checkout. Need some Blizzard swag for that loved one on their birthday? Want to show your best friend that you'll gladly support their supersonic acrobatic rocket-powered battle car soccer addiction? Then head on over to Jinx.com, use the promo code QUIT_366 and choose from a wide variety of gamer and geek swag. Save 10% off of your checkout. Head on over to Jinx.com and use the promo code QUIT_366. Alright, man. Catching you scratching your pits. Live on GameByte.
I thought you were still doing the intro spiel.
Gotta stay on your toes, DZ. Gotta stay on your toes.
Yeah, Harold.
Welcome, everyone. To episode 14 of GameByte. We're doing a recap of our Casual Connect exploits over last week. For those of you who weren't aware, that's why we weren't doing a GameByte podcast or any podcast last week. Me and Diego were over at Singapore. Dude, we were in Singapore for work.
I know.
Yeah, now the Bureau of Internal Revenue has evidence of me saying that, so I'm about to get charged for that. But yeah, we were in Singapore.
Well, I can say we paid for our tickets.
That's true. That's very true.
Paper trail on that.
Paper trail. Real quick, guys. I want to give a shout out to the whole crew over at the the whole crew over at the Casual Games Association. So, hey everyone, I hope you're watching. Best bosses ever. I hope you guys are tuning in, or hope you're watching this live, not live, on the VODs. Mm-hmm. Diego, how you doing, man? It's a really nice Saturday morning. Sunny, cloudy at the same time.
Yeah, this Saturday morning is particularly beautiful. I just want to say that because yesterday I had a shitty ass morning.
No.
My Friday morning was horrible. And then
all right. Tell us about it.
I didn't get any sleep last night because I had a shoot early morning in the Pepsi plant, and that was around 8:30 a.m. And I
Pepsi is in the Pepsi.
Yes, Pepsi. Yes, and I literally had to video someone for just 30 seconds. He had to say a spiel for 30 seconds, and that's it. So I had to get up so early for that, which is great. It was fine. I was helping out a friend. But because of that shoot, I couldn't sleep the night before. Because that's why when every time I have a shoot, super early morning, I cannot sleep. That's why sometimes I choose that I'm just gonna stay up all night because of my anxiety towards the shoot. So yeah. And when I got home, I finally got home around 10 o'clock. I slept all the way until 5 p.m.
Oh snap, dude!
And then when I woke up at 5 p.m., it was like, okay, I'm gonna hope I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna hope the sunset light is gonna shine on my face when I peer out the window. Like I start hearing it's raining, like anything. Ooh. Cuddle weather.
Ooh, cuddle weather.
So that's basically it. This Saturday morning is beautiful, and I got coffee.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's why we do this show. It's to unwind, it's to decompress. Although we needed to decompress after our frigging live streaming last week. So Diego, tell the folks at home exactly what we did last week before we get into the usual GameByte stuff.
Okay, what we did last week, we went to the Hawkers, we got all this food. No,
for real though, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, for real, we were invited by our friend Gwen, who's for our friend Gwen, and asked if we wanted to stream a Twitch stream of games in Casual Connect Asia 2017.
The thing is, we've never done Twitch streaming at all, live streaming on the internet ever before, so we were so nervous.
Yeah, no, we really don't. We really have never done it. It was kind of a. I would just say this. Did you think? Could you rightfully say, Harold, that we winged Wong, that we were like making it up as we go, or do you think we kind of handled that pretty well?
I mean, we did. I was just joking. We've done this a billion times. Like, we've done GameByte a billion times. I mean, we did Indie Arena
Shit,
at
I thought you were
ESGS.
serious.
So no, man. Like, what? It's not like we're super noobs. I mean, we're noobs, but we're not like fresh off the boat, So I think we did it. I think we handled it well. And for let me get some footage going in just a sec. But
Yeah.
people are gonna see it as when all the VODs show up starting tomorrow. 24 hours from now, I'm gonna be having the VOD show up on the Quit Stalling channel. But I think we handled ourselves pretty well,
Yeah, not bad. And so yeah, going back to what we actually did. The Casual Connect convention was 3 days. It was a 3-day event, and from around 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for the first 2 days, and 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. the third. Lunchtime for the third day. We streamed. We streamed on the show called Meet Devs, and that's where we sit down with the developer of their game, and then we talk about their game, how it is, what it's about, and we get to know when's it coming out? What was the development process of this? What's the future plans of this game? Yada 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 yada. And that was a fun experience. Like the game showing now, it's Nemo Dio, is that right?
Nemo and Dio, yeah.
With Merc Choi. I'm not right if I'm mistaken.
What's up, Mark? Hope Mark's watching.
I hope he's watching. So yeah, how about Harold? What else can you say about our experience over at Casual Connect Asia?
It was awful, absolutely awful. Never doing it again.
Carl, it was mean that.
No, it was great, dude. As you can see from the tiny versions of ourselves below, we wore our Quit Stalling shirts because we had some made.
By the way, are we selling shirts? Our shirts are Quit Stalling shirts.
I mean, we should, right? Because why not?
No, it's because it's the first time we ever came out with those shirts, and then surprisingly, people were like, "Our friends are, can you get me one? Can you buy me one? Can I buy you one?"
Yeah, like I am more than willing to hook them up at cost. Well, not at cost. Like, I'm not gonna charge you for them, but you got to pay for them. Like.
Because that's how we pay. That's how we eat every day.
Yeah.
That's how we with payments.
Yeah, but for real, I completely enjoyed our time over at Casual Connect. A lesson learned from our exploits over at the Esports and Gaming Summit last year. We brought business cards. That's probably one of the worst things we could have done was not bring business cards to a gaming convention.
Yeah.
So this time we came prepared. We were.
Cards, you finished all your cards.
Well, I still have like a couple to give to people I meet here. Just like, hey, by the way, I have a podcast. Hey, by the way, I have a podcast. Hey, how you doing? If you ever want to get in touch, I have a podcast.
But it's funny because I remember you said you printed out 100.
Yeah, we got like 100 each.
Box that calling cards come in.
Yeah.
Harold was giving it away, like free samples. But what I asked him again, how many do you have left? And I looked at his pile. It's like, you can fit your cards in my box pile if you want to lessen your load. Because I was busy playing too much VR games. I'm sorry, I couldn't help Harold with marketing and meeting and greeting. I was just busy Harold, have you checked this game out? This is awesome.
So speaking of Diego, I wanna take you back to a little something that made you nauseous over Casual Connect.
Oh my god. For those watching now, this game is called where's the post? Sirento VR. The thing is, this wasn't actually an original list to stream, but I just want to point that out because I couldn't help but fall in love with this ultimate cyber ninja assassination game.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the thing, and I I'm now a believer of VR. Honestly, before when VR was coming out, like, you know, the whole Oculus Rift thing, I thought, okay, it's another gimmick, and here we go again. It's like Nintendo's Virtual Boy all over again. But
ooh, bad memories of the Virtual Boy. Don't know.
Yeah, but like, playing this now, people have gone. I mean, technology has caught up so much that people are able to make games like this, and what really made gameplay wise, it's great. I love the idea that I can shoot cyborg ninjas and I can pick several guns. And the thing is, what really made me believe that this game, wow, this is something, was that if you notice from the video footage, there were moments when my character, my avatar, would jump right across the screen, and when that would happen, I would literally feel the motion in my brain, in my head. I wasn't actually moving physically, but I could feel the nausea. I can feel the G-force. I can literally feel the G-force in my head. And I think I played that game 3 times. Harold was afraid that I was gonna puke on the plane.
I wasn't afraid. I had a feeling you would, but thankfully you didn't.
Thankfully I did, but yeah, that exactly. If you see what happened there, was that I was jumping and I could really feel it in my
brain.
My brain felt it. But I didn't feel like my legs were wearing out or nothing. It was an experience. It's an experience. You should have tried it.
Francis in the chat got it right. It's like Sombra and Genji from Overwatch had a baby, and then Tracer came and kind of like tracered her DNA into it. So. Yeah, it's crazy. Monica from Boomzap says she got dizzy from Stifled. So, like, dude, like, that's the thing. There were so many VR games over there. Surprisingly, right? Like, I was not expecting there to be that many VR games at an IndieCon.
Yeah, there's a lot, and especially a lot of, and it's nice that we got to stream a lot of them on the Twitch itself.
Yeah, exactly. And it speaks for the skill of people nowadays and the accessibility of things like VR, that we get to play and develop VR games so easily nowadays. And I support all the people who are trying, and and that's the thing. With VR being on the rise and everything, we got to see things like Battle Sky VR,
Rockland VR.
Okay, yeah. So I was trying to look for footage before I talked about it. Like we stacked some rocks, yo.
I wanna get that. I was surprisingly entertained by Rockland VR. For such a simple game.
Was it because? Okay, so while I look for the footage, tell the people about Rockland VR.
Okay, there was a point in time on the internet where you'd see these videos or you see photos of people just stacking mounts and mounts of rocks, and then.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there was a point. There was a very small. There was a short time in the internet where I'd see people just stacking rocks, or even just taking photos of them attempting to stack rocks. So someone went out and made a VR game about stacking rocks. Where is that? Rocks. Right, it's called Rockland VR and it's one of the games we streamed. Yeah, Rockland VR. Where is that?
I'll throw up the video real quick.
Yeah, it's made by VactoR, or VactoR Digital.
It starts with V and ends with an R.
But the R is capital, so it's like, how am I going to pronounce it?
VactoR.
Well, but then again, if you go to their website, if you go to their website and Facebook page, it's properly pronounced as VactoR Digital.
Okay.
But yeah, if you can look from this footage, we're literally stacking. Well, Harold is stacking rocks. We didn't get. I don't think we can show footage of him because we had one camera working at that point.
Oh, wait. I think it's up on the Instagram. Give me a sec.
Yeah, it's on Harold's Instagram. Where you see him walking on the show floor in front of the dining tables and stacking rocks.
It was awesome. Let's see if I can find. No, you didn't post it yet. So, okay, here's the thing. We haven't posted on the Instagram in a while, so I'm gonna post a video of the behind the scenes of this, of me actually like moving around, playing with it. So you have to follow us on Instagram. So head on over to Instagram and follow Quit Stalling. Yeah, shameless plug.
Shameless plug. So,
on our own show.
On our own show. Yeah. So as you can see, Harold here's most games, like as a developer, you think, okay, how am I gonna make this game the next big hit action bonanza? But These guys went out and just made a game. You know what? I want a game where I can sit down and stack rocks together.
Or stand, stand and stack some rocks. Like, much love.
Yeah, so like I don't know. From your if you can remember, Harold, how was the physics of this game, particularly?
It was funny. I kind of gave up. Like you saw me. I gave up like midway through because I couldn't figure. Like I was like, is this it? Like, am I really just supposed to be stacking rocks? Like, why is there a timer? Lacked a little conveyance, but not something that they should be too worried about. But the thing is, like, I gave up midway through and I just started juggling because I ran out of rocks. I was like, so with the 3 rocks that I have, I'm gonna make the most of it and start juggling. And I had fun. I had a lot of fun.
I think, and I remember you saying that because of, as you can see from the footage, there's a lot of water. You're on the river. You're standing on the river, so there's a lot of water flowing. You had to pee right after.
I did run to the bathroom right after. Yeah, that's right. And I do want to say, talking to the dev for this game, he gave us a bit of a cautionary tale. He told us at the end of the stream, it was pretty much off camera. He was saying, their first game wasn't a success. It was actually very, very maligned on Steam, and they didn't give up, and they're keeping on going. They're not giving up, and he's saying VR isn't easy. So if you a developer somewhere out there are watching this, it's not easy. Game development in general isn't easy, but if you stick to it, you're bound to look at the Beatles, man. You're bound to get a hit eventually. The Beatles cranked out like 20, 30 songs a year, and they had like so many hits. So just keep trying, just keep trying. Don't give up. Shout out to the guys over at Popsicle Games. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in.
Hey James.
Hey James, dude, man. We're gonna get to your game in just a little bit. Don't you worry. So we kind of skipped all the usual stuff we do on GameByte, so I want to go back to it real quick. Diego, I was gonna say, what have you been playing? I realized we've been playing all this stuff from Casual Connect. So, I think what I want to do right now, aside from giving shout out to the people in the chat, I want to give an early gift out. For
nice.
the people watching right now, how do we do this? The first person to message us on the, how do we do this? On the first person to tweet us, quit stalling us at quit stalling us. If you tweet us, hashtag Casual Connect. If you tweet us right now, I will give you a Steam key for Legends of Kurechii. Thanks to the guys over at Boomzap.
Legends of Kurechii. Ooh.
Yeah, so if you tweet us, hashtag Casual Connect, I will give you guys a full key, a key for the full game because, okay, so I'm going to have to read this out. The full game, so the game itself is free. Oh my god, people are quick to tweet. Okay,
Really? Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check who the first one is.
God, you people
or at
are
least,
insane.
Unless you can check it out first.
I want to get to what I was gonna say first before I give it away.
Yeah, just go with it. Wait,
because we're gonna give more keys out later on.
Yeah, sure.
But so the game is free to download on Steam, the App Store, Google Play, the Apple App Store. But with a full game, you unlock all 3 factions, so that's a total of over 25 heroes. You get 30 campaign levels. That's 40 hours of gameplay, 40 maps. Wow, they're going for the rounded numbers. 40 maps for skirmish and multiplayer. You just need to create an account and activate it, and all your progress is going to sync across any platform. So that's really cool, man. Like I could play on Steam, head out, sync my game on my phone, and keep playing. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you to the guys over at Boomzap for giving us these keys. We're going to be giving out a couple more over the show. So I just wanted to reward people early on for watching. So thank you, everyone. We're going to be doing a lot of giveaways throughout the show. So I'm actually wondering how long we should do this show, because I don't think we should go too long, because we're gonna end up crossing over with the Manila Masters. Thanks a lot, Dota. But I did want to get to that. So,
What time is the Manila Masters? Manila Masters.
Does it matter? No.
So you know how, okay, fine. It doesn't matter. Fuck that. Let's go. Let's do this. So. Oh wow! So they are fast.
Right? You people are insane. No, it's like Francis. Good job. Sorry, I have a bit of a cough. But yeah, good job, guys. We'll be giving out more keys throughout the thing. So keep messaging, keep saying hi. We love you. We love everyone.
Stay tuned for how Harold's gonna make the contest.
I'm making it up. Call in now, dude. We should actually. You know what? I was thinking about this as I was falling asleep, and then I dreamt it up. We had someone call in, and they just started going like super swear mode, and we had to disconnect the call. So so that's gonna happen, guys. If you call in, and you start like throwing some swear bombs on, we're just gonna block you. So not like anyone's gonna call though, right? Like.
Okay, fine. But you never know, you might not. You'd be surprised. Maybe our biggest #1 fan, Vincent Sia, would actually give us a call.
Actually, that's true. We'll finally get to hear Vincent's voice. Yeah, we'll set that up. So, according to Jobert, the guy who runs the ESGS, Manila Master started about half an hour ago. So, thanks, Dota.
It's okay. We got our fans here. But besides, this podcast is for people who like Overwatch.
And indie games.
Games. But yeah. So you want to move on to the next?
Yeah. So I want to talk about a lot of the games that we got to play, and and the devs that we got to talk to. But before that, I'm sure people are wondering. Were there any cosplayers at this B2B convention? And I'm sure, man. I'm sure we're gonna get some emails, some tweets like, guys, were there any cosplayers? And the thing is, there weren't any, but the guys over at Studio Green were promoting their game, and they were dressed in, I don't know if they were in kimonos or yukatas or gis.
Yeah, I think that's like the stuff, the thing Samurai Jack wears.
Yeah. So they were dressed up in traditional Japanese attire, because they were Japanese too, and it was pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, it was legit.
Pretty cool.
Wow, these guys are killing it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we were also in costume, wearing our Kutsong shirts, but because we were clowns. But yeah, it was really cool. Those, they really stood out. The guy I got to talk to didn't speak any English, so sadly I couldn't really ask about the game. But I did send him an email, so hopefully they'll reply. Yeah. So, Diego, let's talk about the devs that we did get to talk to on Meet the Devs, and we'll touch on the ones we met on the show floor later on. So, start us off, man. What were the games that really stood out for you in Casual Connect?
Okay, well, let's go with the first one, like right off the bat. I think we can both agree. One of the games that just stood out is by Daylight Studios. Holy Potatoes, We're in Space.
Holy Potatoes!
Yeah,
that game was.
We interviewed Even in that stream.
Oh yeah, man! Even such a cool guy. Let me throw up the footage in a sec. But yeah, you're right. Like Holy Potatoes really did stand out.
Yeah, it did. Why don't you tell us a bit about the game, Harold? Like, since you...
I was asking you, Diego! I was just asking you!
You're asking me? Wait, you did? Wait, I need you to look at your Facebook chat, just to be sure. As in you, personally. But yeah, Holy Potatoes, what I like the most about this game, it's... I would say it's one of those... how would you describe it? No, really, because like, I wouldn't know what genre to put it, and I've never played a game like this. I don't think... Because all I could say is that it's a sci-fi game where you build a battleship in space and you put potato men on it.
Yeah, I mean the big selling point was all the potato puns. That's probably the best part. Was so as you play the game, you're gonna see a whole lot of Spud, Starch references, and the enemy factions, the leaks, the What else? What else do you face on Holy Potatoes? Let me
Oh.
throw it up. I can't remember off the top of my head because we were so busy just bonding with even.
I remember you just face. Well, for one thing, I know there's like kind of a story with it. There's kind of a story with it, to this game. And one of the things I want to point out is that the writer that they got for this, it was hired in a funny way. If I'm not mistaken, they were doing like a hiring thing, so they were asking people to submit stories. They were asking people to submit stories for the game. And then their one writer, the one who's writing the game now, the script, the story he wrote for this game was so nice that they had to hire him. They wanted to hire him because they wanted to know what happened next
At the end of the story. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like, it's a funny way. Okay, so no wonder what this guy must be good, and he's probably the one. He's probably the one responsible for all of those puns, the potato puns.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I'm sure the whole team's contributed because, man, like they are obviously very talented.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah, so-
what can you tell us just a bit about what's happening now on screen?
Yeah, so this is pretty much the gunship battle. You can see on the left my ship, the Potato Face, valiantly fighting against an opposing ship, and yeah, even just walking us through the game, you know, you're seeing a lot of like, oh, it's healing. The ship's healing. The pea shooter hit the other ship for like 105 health. You know, so yeah, the game was fun, and you know, a lot of their stuff is really cool. Like especially the art. You know, especially the art. Yeah.
They are so nice enough to give us awesome shirts. Just saying.
Yeah, and
I think that's why Harold went out for a quick dress change.
what are you talking about?
I'm not
What-
saying.
what-
I don't know. I'm not about
What are you
nothing.
talking about? Yeah, man, yeah. It's
But yeah,
really
so I think yeah, you're right. I think we're gonna gush about these games too much. So let's move to the next one.
Yeah, that's yeah, you're right. Actually, we don't want to linger too long on one game because man, there's so many games to get to. All right, so what else do you want to talk about? Because I off the top of my head, Diego,
Go
off the
ahead.
top of my head, I have a game that I've been playing since we got back.
Mm-hmm.
It speaks to me as a nostalgia kind of game, you know, because growing up, you know, in the Philippines, we were exposed to a whole lot of cartoons, a whole lot of anime and whatnot, especially Japanese-inspired ones. And one of them,
Oh shit! Yeah,
one of them
yeah.
was inspired by mini four-wheel drives. The whole Tamiya craze.
Yeah,
So-
even I had like some of the small cars.
Yeah, and I still have mine in like my toolbox and shit. So
Everyone had to have a toolbox.
yeah, dude, you had to have a toolbox, or else yeah, it's not.
You were a
It's
noob.
not, yeah, you're a noob. Shout out to Nine Squirrels. What's up, Nine Squirrels? Yes, it is a fancy studio with acoustic padding and whatnot. That's literally just one wall, and then this is where my the green screen I got from Casual Connect is gonna go. But I did get to test that green screen though. So yeah, so I love this game, man. It's called Mini Legend. I've been playing on my phone. I'm waiting. I'm messaging this the dev that you're seeing on the lower left, Edward, because I want to get my gems. Yeah, I want to pay to play. I want to pay to win, because I can. No, but that's the cool thing about the game is you don't have to pay to win. You could play a lot of the game and I'd have to pay to win. And like I said, it's mainly like purely nostalgia because it's freaking awesome. The gameplay is smooth. You get the feel of like how everything you change with your car, with your mini four-wheel drive, is gonna affect the race that you do. I gave my car like a super fast motor, but nothing to stabilize it, so it kept flying off the track. Yeah, it is effing dope. Nine Squirrels, like, it's pretty awesome. Apparently, there's like a huge following in Southeast Asia. Like a lot of countries war against each other when they race, so it's pretty awesome, man. Like there's a whole lot of people playing this game, and I definitely recommend it. Especially if you grew up with the whole Tamiya craze.
It's on iOS, right? And Android, or just iOS?
iOS and Android, yeah.
Oh, nice. Download it.
Download it, people. So Diego, what else do you remember from Casual Connect Asia?
Okay, this game I've been playing since I got back. I am so hooked onto it, and I haven't put it down since then. I wouldn't call it. It's kind of a toilet game, but at the same time, it's kind of the game that you stay up all night playing.
It's kind of a toilet game.
It's kind of a toilet game, but no, because this game is Postknight by Kurechii.
Oh man, Kurechii,
yeah.
They have like 3-4 eyes after. No, it's just like two eyes.
Two eyes. Okay, I love this game. They made this game according to if I recall from the interview, they made this game specifically for those times, those short commutes. And it is a game that actually you could just go each level. You can go in in short bursts. Essentially, what you're doing, it's kind of an RPG side scroller. Your character's perpetually moving forward, but you have skills. You have 3 different kinds of skills. You have a dash, you have a shield up, and you have a healing spell. So all you gotta do is basically, and the reason why it's called Postknight is because you're a knight who's a postman, and you're essentially getting from point A to point B. So as you can see from the footage, left to right, you're doing is just killing whatever opponents that are in your way, and you have a dash skill, as you can see there. And when I mention RPG is because every time you level up your stats. Each stat, of course, like you have strength, agility, vitality, and intelligence, and each one, of course, is a different thing, and you can do different kinds of builds. So when I heard that, okay, wow, we can have builds for our characters. So I tried doing I wouldn't say it's like a orthodox build for most mobile games. For most mobile games, I guess, most mobile games that I've played, I'll always go, okay, I'm gonna pick strength and vitality, and I'm gonna just wreck everything in my way. I'm gonna be a huge tank, blah blah blah. Because most are like that. So I decided, I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna try to make an agility build hero where I increase my dodge and my critical damage.
Yeah.
So far, it's been working out for me. I've been having a lot of fun with this game.
And awesome, dude. Yeah.
One last cool feature I want to point out is that you can have up to 6 relationships in this game. 6 relationships in this game.
Diego living vicariously through his Postknight.
Yep, I'm living the life in Postknight. But yeah, check this game out. It's also available both iOS and Android. Kurechii, that's Kurecchii. Yeah, Kurechii, and their game is Postknight. Check it out,
awesome.
Guys. And they have and one more thing I want to say, Harold. Remember in our interview, they said they were gonna release an update soon. That update was just yesterday.
Oh wow!
And the update was massive. There are like 3 or 4 whole new levels, and they added a pet system and a new way to like a faction system. So it's a lot of content for a free-to-play game. Oh yeah, did I mention it's free?
Oh, it's completely free?
It's completely free.
No.
So, yes, and so yeah, Cheska and I have been playing this game. And I recommend this game to Cheska, and she's been playing this ever since. As well, she's higher level than me, for God's sake.
Wait, wait, have you guys been playing at the same time?
Yeah, we started at the same time, and she ever since then, like I always like, okay, hey Cheska, what's your level? And she's like 4 levels ahead of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, you know what I just realized? Sorry, real quick, because I'm chatting with our with the best boss ever, Carl Quinton. Yeah, I'm chatting with Carl right now, and he's telling me, we should have the stream mirrored on the Meet the Devs and on Casual Connect's Twitch stream. And I was thinking, yeah, we should. And the beauty of what we're doing now with me having fiber is I could actually have the episode play throughout the day.
Oh, yeah. It's
on loop. Yeah, so like we can start doing this, man. We have a network going on.
Oh yeah, I just want to point out Harold's been going bonkers over the past week since he just got fiber internet. Before his internet was like the slow I cannot function in life without this guy. But now he's one of the he's one of the beautiful people.
For a year and a half, dude, I struggled with like the worst. I was struggling with LTE pretty much.
Yeah, he was struggling like anything, but now he's Harold wakes up in the morning. You know those scenes where Harold wakes up in the morning when the sun glimmers over his eyes, and then you have the nice and the birds chirping in his ears, and the birds fly through his window and pick up the blanket off him, and then he flutters all the way to his PC. What am I gonna dabble on the internet today?
What kind of HD nonsense am I in for today? Yeah, so
come on, man.
Yeah, so Nine Squirrels was asking you, Diego. Wait, who is Cheska? So Cheska is Diego's girlfriend.
Well, no, not my girlfriend. We're still dating.
Oh, okay. No tags on this. There are no strings on me.
She's listening.
There are no strings on me. Yeah, Cinder Harold, as Francis Rock is pointing out. Yeah, I do feel like I finally got the glass slipper on my foot. And with that glass slipper, I'm sprinting across the kingdom. I do not recommend it, but you know. Hey, I got fiber in my diet, man. I got fiber in my diet, and it's fast.
Fiber in your diet.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna throw up like a. Oh. Dude, check out the Twitch chat, man. Nine Scrolls is giving you some advice, but yeah.
Wait, I have to see this. Hold up.
Yeah, while you're doing that, you know, I want to talk about like the other games that we ran into, that we got to play, you know, because we're gonna get to the ones that we're gonna get to the ones with the people that we met on the floor in just a little bit, but I want to keep going and talk about the games that we actually had the pleasure of playing, you know. Are you alright, man? Are you alright?
I'm reading it. He's like, Nice was like, why didn't you tell the world you are not my boyfriend?
Yeah, but you're getting some good advice over here on the Twitch chat.
Good advice from yeah. I'm sorry.
Listen to them, my friend.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah. So one of the games, real quick, I want to dash on was Mushroom Wars. Really fun, really quick game to play.
Hey, this game is hard.
It is hard, man. Like, this is no joke. Like, they have a thriving competitive scene online, and you can see why. You know, it's available on PC, PS4. It's a very competitive game. They've adapted it so that you could use the mouse and keyboard, and you could also use a controller. And if I'm not mistaken, they have a mobile build, don't they? Could you check that for me real quick?
Yes, they do have a mobile, and Cheska's also playing this game, but she's playing the first one because the second one, Mushroom Wars 2, is only available on iOS, but she's using Android now. But Android has the first Mushroom Wars, but second Mushroom Wars has it on iOS.
Okay. So yeah, it's a super fun game. I wanted to touch on that real quick. So, are you still getting advice from the Twitch chat? You look like you look a little flustered, Diego. You look a little flustered.
Yeah, I am a bit flustered. It's like, it's not what you think, guys. I love her much, but I haven't asked her yet.
Oh snaps!
I haven't sealed the deal.
Let's not do this on stream, man. This isn't your this isn't your love line.
Jessica, she likes it when I talk about her in the stream, which is why I'm giving her like the biggest shout outs ever. That's why I'm making sure that I tell her beforehand what the game is so she can get a dev key. I mean a stream key. He's okay, now Nice Girls is telling me now is the time to ask her.
We'll do it on a separate show, all right? I'll come up with some graphics. We'll make a show for this, all right? All right. So next game, Diego. I don't want to waste any time. Battle Sky VR, dude.
Yeah, it's Dragons versus Iron Man here. It was it was a shame that when we were doing a stream of this, we couldn't we didn't have enough room to set up this game because this is essentially a multiplayer VR game. And what's nice about this is that your avatars here essentially using either a dragon and or a what do you call it, a rocket man?
Yeah, you're using a dragon, a rocket man, or a what's it called? Like a huge demon thingy. Like a
it's kind of like a flying simulator where, well, I wouldn't say flying. Would you call it flying simulator? Not true flying sim, but you're flying, technically. And
it's not a game about the flying, but it's a key part of how you fight in Battle Sky, and it's pretty awesome. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of the gameplay right now of the dragon. And just a little bit, you're gonna see. Oh, there you see the Rocket Man.
Yeah, and like in order to move, you have to actually do the gestures of the, like if you're using a dragon, you have to really flap your wings with the VR controllers. Let
me throw that up in just a little sec.
You have to really put your hands down or to the side like Iron Man would, and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a huge demon that we were just talking about. Let me throw up the see. If you see on the lower right, you see the guy flapping his arms.
Yes.
And then he's gliding. That's really how you have to play, man. We're not joking, and it's really fun when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you
I wish
play
we could play this game. I wish we could have.
I mean, if the greatest boss ever is willing to sponsor some VR equipment, we would most definitely stream this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Wait, hold on.
Are you alright?
Get your message on Skype.
Oh, come on.
Hold up. Just yeah.
yeah. Go ahead. You take care of that while I handle this. So guys, yeah, Battle Sky VR is really great. One of the other games that I want to talk about is Thing in Itself.
Oh yes, the game that made us feel bad about our life emotionally.
Dude, that thing was freaking harsh on us, man.
Yeah. So what is it about? What was it about?
So Thing in Itself, man, now that you put me on the spot, like what was it? What like, it's so hard to describe. It was all feelings, man. It was all feelings.
It's a very story-driven game, a story clicker.
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah. Sorry. There's just so many feelings. So, as you can see, the glare coming off the steampunk goggles and my visceral reactions to the gameplay.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. I really felt that. So. I have like the ugliest face when I emote. Yeah, like you said, it's a story-based game. It's point and click. You go around and you discover how, from what we could tell, how a relationship and how a breakup through such a deep connection in a relationship happens, and you really see the world through the eyes of Ted, the guy that's being broken up with, and you could really see how his point of view changes from a normal demeanor. Like, a good way to describe it is like, see here, you see the transition from like when he finds out he's being broken up with, and his point of view changes. Everything goes red. He becomes really cynical. He becomes like Diego, and the world goes from this is my fishy friend and his home, and like when you're scrolling over the fishbowl and his pet fish, and then it goes from that to like once the screen goes red like this, and after he's been broken up with, when he scrolls over the fishbowl, it goes fish prison. Prison. Yeah, like his point of view really changes.
Yeah, but I want to point out that like they got voice actors for this, and the voice actors of this game really killed it.
Yeah.
I think it would kind of do the same a bit if it was just like text based, but the fact that they're so into their characters, and then they really sold their roles. So that's what made us feel depressed because like, wow, this guy's really getting the the short end of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a really harsh game that makes you feel. See, it says fish prison right there, fish prison, and that's not cool, guys. It's not cool. But
how does it make you feel? It doesn't.
Not good. Not good. So yeah, man, the Thing in Itself, guys, by Party for Introverts. Check it out. They have a Facebook page. Great stuff. Man, I just realized we're burning through the time here because we're enjoying the games a little too much, but I want to be able to get through everything. So
yeah.
So one of the games that you enjoyed, I'm gonna throw this to you real quick.
What is it?
Actually, the guys themselves were super great when we were interviewing them. CaveGuys?
The first guys we interviewed.
Yeah,
from
Weraku.
Weraku Games, CaveGuys. I don't know, I love the characters they designed. They're just so adorable, and like the stickers they gave us. I have like stickers with me right now. I forgot. I'm still wondering where I'm gonna put them. And as you can see, Harold on the other side of the screen is doing another costume change. But yeah, this game isn't out yet. But this is probably gonna be one of the next games I would love to download as soon as it comes out. This is from Weraku Games, CaveGuys. So CaveGuys is kind of I think same thing, kind of an RPG where you use different classes of cavemen to battle monsters.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much it. But I like the polish, and it looks like they really took care of this game, the polish and the love, and it's a game. As I said, it's a game that's not out yet, but I see a lot of potential here. I like the idea that at first when you play a typical RPG, okay, you have the enemies on the left side and then the good guys on the right side. But what they're doing is you have a monster in the middle of the battlefield. Let's say what are the monsters? Like a T-Rex in the middle of the field, and then cavemen. What would cavemen do? Cavemen would probably go around circling the monster and surrounding it, and then just throwing whatever stuff they had at it, like the rocks, the clubs, and whatever. And yeah, it's a class-based system, so there are different kinds of cavemen you can buy. You don't just get the me Tarzan, kind of caveman. I will hit you with club, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. But yeah, it's the characters that hooked me onto this the most. They're adorable as hell.
So adorable, man. So adorable. And yeah, like I said, the guys we got to talk to from Weraku, they're so friendly. They had so much energy, and it was great talking to them.
Yeah, it was great talking to them. What? And it was funny because how do I say this? Just one thing I want to point out at the convention. These were our first guys to interview, and we had like technical difficulties at the start, but while we were just fixing everything the whole time, we were just chatting with them. It's like, hey, what's up? How's things going? And I'm sorry that the first interview isn't going as well because of the technical difficulties and whatnots. But yeah, we managed to pull through.
Of course, we had technical difficulties because it wouldn't be a quit stalling stream without technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's true. But all is well.
Yeah, it went really well, and the game was fun. And all the guys are doing good. They're super great guys. I can't say enough about them.
Yeah, that's gonna be the next game for me to download when it's out.
Yeah,
unless they give us a key, that'd be great.
Hey, like, you never know. You never know.
Never know. Well, but yeah. How about what's the next game on the list, Harold?
Well, I want to talk real quick. Breeze through this real quick. This was a really cool game that we got to play.
SumiKen.
Yeah, SumiKen. It's your typical endless runner, but with a twist to it. With a with a lot of like action involved. So I just want to give a shout out to SumiKen. It was a fun game to play.
Yeah. I want to point out one thing. Why I like it different from those runner games was that in runner games usually it's like, okay, swipe up to jump and then swipe down to dodge. This one I'm guessing you kind of do the same thing. You click to attack, but what I like about this is that instead of dodging, you're just slicing the ninjas that are there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably not a new game kind of gameplay, but for me personally, I have never played a game. I never played runners like that before, and the art style works with the Japanese characters. So yeah, I can dig it. SumiKen.
Can you dig it?
All right, what's next on the list?
Next up, we got Ultra Space Battle Brawl. Man, that game was fun.
Yeah, Ultra Space Battle Brawl. Oh my god, this was the game that riled up the entire convention. It's like the ultimate dude game. I think what we termed it before because this wasn't originally on the list of games to stream, and we were thinking, well, this must be a frat game.
And it was so good. So these guys, if you watch our VODs when they come out tomorrow, and while you're watching them, you just hear people go ah, ah. It's because of this game. This game was playing a couple of feet away from us, like 30, 40 feet away from us, and they were nuts the whole convention, man. People were screaming. People were just like destroying each other, and like apparently, they encouraged swearing while the guys were playing, so it made sense that we could hear them all the way from our booth.
It's Pong on steroids, folks. Pong on steroids.
Yeah, that's how they described it. That's how they described it. It's Pong on steroids. So yeah. It's great. It's super fun. I hope you guys like take the time to check it out, because this is one of those games that you could play at a party and everyone would never get tired of it.
It's one of those.
And everyone's gonna ask for a rematch. It's one of those games.
Oh yeah, it's like one more. I got this.
Yeah, Diego wouldn't stop until he beat me like 30 times, and he did. So
I didn't stop. I wanted the interview to last longer because I wanted to play more.
We got to a point where we weren't interviewing anymore. We were just playing.
we were just playing. Because like, wait, we just let the dev talk about your game while we and Harold duke it out.
Yeah, exactly. This was probably this live stream was probably the one that got the most views on Facebook, and I think on Twitch and YouTube. It got like 50,000 views on Facebook alone while we were playing this, and I'm pretty sure like 2,000 of them were all from the convention. So everyone wanted to watch other people playing the game. Shout out to Goni1, Gonne Uno, on the Twitch chat for pointing that out. Thank you so much. Yeah, man, this game was nuts, dude. And during the next QuickCon where we gather our friends together and play games, this will definitely be one of the ones we're playing.
Yep.
Yeah, and before we move on to the next game, I just wanted to point out Diego is the one playing the character that looks like Donald Trump. Moving on. So Diego, what other games impressed you during Casual Connect Asia?
Okay, well, this next game, from Carbon Studio VR, The Wizards, and I think The Wizards won an award at award. Which award did they win? I think it was the Best VR. Was that right? Best VR.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Wizards. We did stream their game. Basically, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan and you want to be a Gandalf, this is the game you gotta play. This game, The Wizards. Plainly put, you're a wizard. You're a wizard,
Harry.
Yeah, you're a wizard casting spells, fire spells, and different other kinds of spells. We didn't get to showcase the other ones like lightning, ice, and arcane, but there are those spells. And what's nice about this game, in terms of gameplay, is that they're playing with time mechanics here. Is because you can essentially go to and from. Back and forth in time, and that'll affect usual paradox stuff. If you do something in the past, it affects something in the future. And in the future, if you read something from, if I'm not mistaken, if you read something like from the lore that's in the future, all right, I want to change that. I want to go back into the past, and I'll see. And I'm gonna mess with it and see what happens in the future. And as you can see from the bottom left screen, see, it's Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Carolina.
Yeah, she looks like she's got this, but yeah, like, you really have to. I guess the spells that you cast dependent on your hand movement. So as you can see, that she's using both hands to cast the bigger fireball. How about you, Harold?
I got to try this a little bit on the show floor. It's a great game. I mean, I love the fact that you could focus on making on doing the spell instead of worrying about like, okay, now I gotta move. Now I gotta run, and then how do I do that again? How do I make my fireball again? How do I teleport again? So like it was great, the fact that you could just focus on making the spells and turning around and like shooting the monsters, because I could see how daunting a game like that could be, especially when you're unfamiliar with how to play it.
Yeah, and so actually, this is the one thing I want to point out as well. Is like when we were streaming this, because this was I think one of the first VR games you played on the show. Is that right? I was back when VR wasn't a thing yet. I was always wondering, how are they gonna go around making a huge world and making your character move around. So what they did is that there are points in the map where you can actually just teleport to. Correct? Yeah. So for me, that was like okay, so that's how they went around it. Oh, who'd have thunk it? And then when I saw the other VR games on the show floor, oh, everyone's doing the same thing. So this is something I didn't know until the wizard showed me.
Yeah, and you gotta get back to the past.
Oh my god, I want to talk about the finale of Samurai Jack, but it's a completely different topic.
We'll do it on a different show.
Yeah, but shout out to Samurai Jack, just saying.
Shout out to Jack. Sorry about Ashi.
Dude, don't spoil, man.
Yeah.
Those spoilers, man. No spoiling.
Yeah, so shout out to Carbon Studio for coming out with such a cool game, and congratulations on your indie prize.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving on, Diego. What else stood out for you during Casual Connect Asia?
Okay, yeah, this next game, of course, shout out to our listeners now. We're gonna talk about your game, from Boomzap Entertainment, Rescue Quest Gold.
Oh yeah, Rescue Quest, man! This game was so awesome. You know what, Diego? Before you talk about Rescue Quest, I want to give out a key for Rescue Quest. How does that sound?
It's alright, but yeah, go ahead. I go with it. No. I meant it's to your idea, but the game was awesome. Come on. All right,
I'm gonna get you back for that. All right, guys, we're gonna give away a key for Rescue Quest Gold. So it's a beta key if you want to try out the game that we're about to show on the screen right now. The first person. How do we do this? The first person we already got likes and stuff. How do we prove? The first person that we get an alert for that shares this post right now. So if you already shared it, you have to share it again. First person that we get an alert for that shares this gets the key. All right.
They just share it. They don't have to say anything.
Share the live stream. That's all you have to do. Hashtag Casual Connect Asia or at Casual Connect. So
anything, and we'll see. Just share it.
Yeah, just share it.
We did not think this through.
we will give you this key. All right. All right. So, Diego, let's talk about Rescue Quest Gold, man. You enjoyed this game a lot, didn't you?
Okay, Francis shared it.
God damn it, Francis is winning.
Because he works for them.
No, he does. Does he work for them already?
I thought he works for them already. Does he?
I don't know. I don't think we're allowed to say that on stream. I think there was like some NDA stuff that we just broke.
I think. Moving on. So yeah, Rescue Quest Gold. I like this game because it's a match 3. It's a match 3 game, but you'd think when you hear match 3, oh, what, another match 3, another like Candy Crush Bejeweled thing? No.
No.
Gold. They take a spin on it because you have a character to guide from point A to point B. Then you have to match jewels or colors, or you have to match stones and jewels or whatever they're called, so that she can clear a path. They can clear a path for your character to get to point A to point B. And
clear a path, people. Clear a path. Make way.
And also, here's the make way. Oh wait, sorry, Harold. I just need to. And anyway, and what's nice is that they also have skills that you can use to help you clear that path. It's hard enough just messaging. It's hard enough just getting 3 jewels in the right order. But there are other things you can actually do, more combos you can achieve by using said skills.
Yeah.
What's nice is, if I'm not mistaken, Harold, they were originally a free to play. It was originally a free to play game, and then they turned it in premium.
Yeah, it was originally a free to gameplay, and then no, but it was originally on mobile, and they just kept giving out like expansion, DLCs and more levels, and now it's going on Steam. And they made it premium, and you're getting so much more with the fact that it's premium. They had to make it easy before because it was free to play, Oh, didn't they make it harder? Well, you know,
I know is that they added 100 more levels, and I think they made a hard mode, if I'm not mistaken.
They made it harder, I think, because of the because when it's free to play. Oh wait, now I'm getting things confused. Is it easier when it's free to play so that they could progress, or is it harder on free to play so that they could charge more to keep playing?
But I think it's a game that actually worth the payment, because if this game can keep me busy for a while, why not, right?
Exactly.
And as I was playing it during the stream, I was really intrigued in this, because normally match 3s it doesn't appeal to me as much, but this it did, because I have to actually one thing is, because in most match 3 games I'm just given a whole huge platform of jewels to connect and do whatnot, but this one I have to really think about what I'm going to match and switch around with each other.
Yeah. So yeah, they have made it easier with the premium game, but they've added a lot of things, and like you said, they've added a lot more levels, and they've made the premium version worthwhile. So to find out more, you gotta share our page so you can win that stream key. I'm just saying.
I'll check again who streamed it, but yeah.
We're giving out these keys at the end of the show, so we make sure that we don't give them to the wrong people. People farming keys. No, go ahead, farm the keys, man. Farm the keys if you want it.
Yeah, we'll give away we'll message you guys. Harold will do it. Harold will be the one.
Helder will do it.
Helder will do it. Helder will do the messaging.
Jurgen Schmurgen.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, thanks Boomzap for the keys and the giveaways.
Guys, yeah, I can't say it enough. Thank you, Monica, and the guys over at Boomzap. Not only was it a pleasure streaming with you guys, and of course we'll be streaming more with you in the future, I hope. But just the fact that we got to hang out with you guys and get to know you. And I'm sure this will be a fruitful friendship.
Fruitful friendship. I think also we're 1 hour into the show and we've gone through half the list. So I think if we can actually go another hour for the next half, or 45 minutes, considering that we did a pre-show.
I mean, I don't think we should do like a whole 2 hours, but let's try and get through these as quick as possible, because people got lunch to eat, Diego. People got lunch to eat.
Oh right, oh my god, it's lunchtime. Well, they can watch us during lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right,
let's go on.
That's good. Silver Grapple, man. Silver Grapple,
yeah. From Jamie Rollo Games.
My boy Jamie Rollo, man.
Yeah, that was the first game we streamed on day 3. The Australian, and our first Australian guest.
Was it the first one?
I think, yeah. I don't think because most of the people we were talking with were Asian. He was the first Australian. I'm just saying. I don't know why I had to drop that fun fact. That's a fact.
He was the first Asian. Oh, he was
Australian.
He's the first Australian. Yeah. I'm trying to scrub through for the footage. Here we go. Jamie Rollo. There you go. Magnificent man. Playing as himself here in Silver Grapple, because you can customize your character, and of course he made it look like him, because why not, man? This game made me feel like Spider-Man without being Spider-Man.
Yeah, the physics on this game were bonkers, dude. I loved it.
It's so good for such a simple 2D game. It's not really a platformer, but because you don't really jump on platforms, you swing. But it's so good. It's so simple, but I ended up having probably way more fun than any person should have, pretending to be Spider-Man in a game that you're not Spider-Man. And the guy Jamie, the solo dev, such admirable work. And I think he's just graduating college. Is that right?
And he started this when he was like in the 13,
high
14
school?
years, yeah, 7 years ago.
Man, prodigy.
Yeah, and I just want to point out as well, this game is one of those games that you really feel that is really good for speedrunners.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Nine Squirrel says she would call this a platformer, so it is a platformer then. I trust you, Nine Squirrels. Trust you.
Oh,
trust
Nine
you more than
Squirrels
8 Squirrels.
Yeah, Nine Squirrels is Chris, actually. Remember Chris?
Oh, Chris!
From Boomzap.
Yeah. What's up, Chris? Yeah, I trust
Yeah.
you more than 5 scrolls. So we're good.
Yeah. So yeah. From when does Jamie? Do you remember when Jamie plans on releasing this game? Because as far as I know, it's not yet available. Correct.
Yeah, he hasn't mentioned when exactly, but he did say roughly sometime this year. If you watch the VOD, I want you guys to watch the VOD. He'll mention exactly when. His rough timeline. But I wouldn't rush this because, I mean, it felt polished when we were playing it. But I want him to feel comfy, you know. I want him to feel comfy. I want him to feel comfy when he releases it, because I mean, it's such a good game, and I want him to get like so much success from this.
Yeah, I don't care how long it takes him, as long as it's polished and it works. I will play this game.
Oh man, like the chat is hilarious, man. 9 of 10 scrolls agree. It is a platformer. Yeah, that 10th scroll, man. What an a-hole. It's just like, you know, like that like 7 out of every 8 doctors recommend Colgate. Who is that 8th doctor that just won't recommend Colgate already? How much money do they have to pay him to recommend Colgate? Like, for the love of God, man. Okay, yeah, Silver Grapple is really good. Another game we got to play, man, that was super story driven and semi point and click, because you had to move through a 3D world on your own. And you watch a lot of cutscenes. Was Mukti by UnderDOGS and shoot, I'm forgetting their co-developer. Wait, I'm gonna look for it.
WanderMind.
WanderMind Labs. Yeah, Mukti, man, was such a good game.
Yeah. So tell us about it. What made it so good?
I'll tell you about it in just a second when I find their footage.
All right, I can give a brief.
Wait, they're somewhere here.
Genre. You want to do it?
No, I'm looking for the footage because I do want to talk about it. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, basically it's a story-driven game, very story-driven game. For me, this was the most. I wouldn't say most, sorry, but like this is one of the games that I can't wait to see be played by Let's Players such as ourselves. And story-driven, interesting, and we wanted to actually play a bit more of this game, but it was luckily we ended this just when we did, because we didn't want to spoil much of the story. But yeah, if you're looking for a point and clicker that's very story driven, this is one of those. Very well done. And you don't have to play a Telltale game to have a good story. You got to play this one, right, Harold? But yeah, it's I
thought you were gonna keep going.
that was like the segue for me to say it's time for you to nudge. It's time for you to.
Time for me to nudge left,
yeah,
and then nudge right. Yeah. So yeah. This was a game that gave me goosebumps. I really felt the story as it was progressing, even though he was giving us a brief because he had to, and you know, to entice the viewers. Every time we'd get to a key story point, I would feel the emotion that would go through the voice. The VO was good, man. The VO was good.
Yeah. The VO was great. And what do you feel about the story itself? Like they were touching on a very sensitive issue, but it's something that kind of needs to be pointed out, at least in real life society.
Exactly. People have seen Slumdog Millionaire, a little bit of Kite Runner. Human trafficking is a real issue in East India, and it's an issue that they touch on, and it's, for a lot of people, it's gonna be a little, it's gonna hurt a lot and it's gonna be an emotional playthrough, but it's gonna be so worth it, because it like those movies, when you watch it, you get that full experience, and it's great. They're up on Steam Greenlight, as I'm being told by the guys over at UnderDOGS on Twitch. You guys can also check it out on GameMukti.com. That's GameMukti.com.
They're out. It's on Greenlight. Holy shit!
Yeah, they're up on Steam Greenlight. So guys, check it out. I think you're able to play through a little bit of it. The guys will tell me if that's true. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. They're on Greenlight, and they're linking the stuff on the Twitch chat. Guys, if you could kindly link that on. Actually, I'll link it on on our
And
YouTube chat as well.
I want to praise these guys because it's available on a Mac. Thank
Oh
God.
yeah, that's so true.
I'm just saying because I have no choice. Because I'm on a Mac. Sorry, boss. Sorry, Carl. I have no choice.
Oh God!
I'm selling this hunk of junk as soon
Give
as I
it
can.
up already.
Yeah, but yeah, Mukti guys, Mukti. I really recommend it. Story-driven game, point and click. Can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, again, we got to play through quite a bit of it, and just those parts alone were enough to give me goosebumps. I don't imagine how much I'll be convulsing when we'll be playing the actual game. A lot of suspense, and not like in a scary horror way, but like in a very narrative-driven way. So, shout out to those guys, WanderMind and UnderDOGS. You guys are doing amazing work, and you deserve to be greenlit.
Such touching words, huh?
I know, right? That's kind of what I do. Do we have anything else in mind? I'm trying to think of the ones we actually got to play. I think we can move on to the ones some of the ones we saw on the floor.
We actually have a lot more to go through.
Oh, really? All right, go on, man. Go.
All right. From another local dev that we played. I want to point out. Oh, from Popsicle Games.
Popsicle Games! Mighty Alpha Droid!
Yeah, Mighty Alpha Droid from Popsicle Games, and shout out to James Chu. I'm pretty sure he's tuning in right now, so what's up, buddy?
Mighty Alpha Droid.
We got a lot of
Mighty
engagement
Alpha
during
Droid.
this show because when we streamed this, because it's essentially like a Scrabble mixed with Mega Man.
Yeah, dude.
It's one of those games where you're given a set of letters and you have to make a word out of it. So what we were doing over the stream was we were asking, hey, for the ones tuning in, look at the letters on the screen and try to make a word for us, because there was a point where we couldn't even do it ourselves.
Oh man, it was tough. It wasn't an easy game. So for those of you thinking games like this are pushovers, man, this was tough. And it takes a spin on those like word completion games, because you it's not enough to just complete the word. You're actually going through levels, fighting monsters, fighting bosses. Very inspired by Mega Man in terms of the art style and the story. So it's great.
Yeah, it's great. I've always had an interest in I just want to share a story. I mean, the reason why I point out Scrabble is because I played Scrabble like a month ago, and I destroyed my competition. No, because I played the legit board game Scrabble with friends, and I owned them because my vocabulary is well versed in the English times of olden.
Oh, really, bro? Talaga?
Talaga.
Yeah,
So,
this is one of those times that we had to break our on-screen persona and just go a little Filipino, because James is such a great guy to talk to, and
yeah, and you support local. I mean, we're Filipinos, he's a Filipino. It was nice seeing fellow Filipino developers in Singapore.
And just as a guy, man, James is so funny. It was great hanging out with him and getting to stream Mighty Alpha Droid.
Yeah, I kind of tried to catch one of the Popsicle Games stream the other week. I think they were streaming Last of Us.
They were also streaming yesterday, actually. But they were streaming Last of Us, I think, last week. You're right.
Yeah.
So great, guys. We're gonna be doing a little bit of a collaboration with them pretty soon. So you guys gotta stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Diego. Move us into the next game.
Okay, so while we're on the topic of local games, another game that popped up was from Keybol Games, Tower Fortress. It was the horizontal platformer.
Oh yeah. That's right. Tower Fortress.
Yeah, from Barry, who is as everyone should point out, that is not related to Harold because they have the same.
No
last
relation.
Name, but they are not related.
No relation.
No relation.
I am of a different clan. I am from the clan of the city.
Yeah. But what do you think about their game? For me, I'm pretty much digging it. I mean, it's simple. Yeah. I mean, you said that they've taken precedence from a lot of other games and just meshed it into one. What do you think?
Yes. No. They've done a lot of things to make the game unique. They've done a lot of they've made a lot of, how do I put this? They put a lot of features in to make it replayable. So kudos to them. They did a great job. I'm trying to look for the footage. Sorry, but yeah, kudos to them for doing a great job with that. We got to interview him like around lunchtime. On that
Yeah, it was
day.
like right after lunch. Right after lunch. It was It was a good start after lunch. Why not? Yeah, I mean, it's basically it's a platformer, and you have different kinds of avatars to use for that game,
Why is
and
that still playing?
there's quite a lot. So it doesn't, I guess in terms of longevity, it has a big long lifespan, since almost each character you pick in that game is different, and
Yeah.
and I remember as we were doing the interview, it's kind of a mix up of, like, of course, Mega Man and Sonic, because as he would jump, he'd go into a spin ball like Sonic. As well.
Like who? Like who?
Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, and when we did play this game, it's a game for mobile as well, but when we played this game, it was funny because he was playing this with a Switch, with a Nintendo Switch controller.
Oh right, that's right. He's able to hook up the Bluetooth so that he can play it with the Switch controller. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It was funny because, like, and you were saying, Harold, that that's the thing about the Nintendo Switch controller. Almost anything can be hooked up with that.
Yeah. Now we know. Yeah, now we know. All right. Yeah. So shout out to Barry and his crew. Good job, guys. Good job. All right. Moving on, Diego. What other? We have so much to touch on with so little time. Go.
Okay, next game. Where did I stop off? Starfire, SumiKen, Happy Labs, and their game Toriko. It's another match 3 game. It kind of works like Tetris. Well, it kind of reminded me of Tetris a bit because you have to the things you match, the little birdies that you match. You have to, like, you swipe them down your screen, and then you have to swipe them back up, and then
yeah.
Kind of a take and give. Okay, I take these three, and then I move them up here, and so on and so forth. So it's a reverse Tetris Match 3 extravaganza. Toriko games from Happy Labs. All right. So the next one from Ika Game Studios, Uayeb. Sorry for just breezing through this. We don't want to. We can't let the stream linger on us.
Uayeb.
Diego
will never get this right. It's cool.
Yeah, because I can't get this right. You have to do this one. What is it about? What is it?
Uayeb is a game where you explore a world that is 16 kilometers in radius. It's a huge game, actually, and it was made in Unreal. Freaking crazy game. A lot of exploration, a lot of things that you have to figure out. You can't just breeze through it, because there's a lot of figuring out what to do because it doesn't hold your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a first-person game. I wouldn't call it a shooter because you don't just shoot, but I don't know. I've been wrong about these things recently, so it might be a shooter. But yeah,
open world.
Very open world.
Maybe not shooter, just call it like first-person point of view.
Yeah. So cool game. Graphics are stunning. It's this guy's a solo dev, and it's pretty much a story about it's a post-apocalyptic story. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just fixing my ears.
Okay, I saw you like slowly removing your headphones like they were. Yeah, so post-apocalyptic story, Mayan heritage links. So check it out. Uayeb. That's UAYEB. So Diego, what's next?
What's next is from DreamTree Games, Yuri the Sprout of Lotus Creek.
Dude, this was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, this is like one of the very few games where the UI is what you have to really interact with in order to progress.
Yeah, it's clever. It's freaking clever.
Yeah. So, what do you think about? What else can you say about this game, Harold?
It's clever. You know, you get this character Uri walking through the world, trying to get from point A to point B, and you help her by. Oh, my ear. You're right. The ears kind of starting to hurt after a while with headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're getting her from point A to point B, and you're using the UI elements. So you see the pause button, the restart button, the close game button, the music button, and each of those has a function that they perform as you're playing the game. You know, The refresh button acts as like a little bridge for Uri. The pause button freezes her, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in her place, until you tell her to keep going, and it helps her avoid certain obstacles. You know, it's a great game. It's intuitive, and there's a good story behind it as well. So, guys, you know, it's on mobile, so check it out. Uri, the Sprout of Lotus Creek.
Yes. All right. So next game coming up is from it's a game called Anticast from True 5D Productions.
Oh
5D
yeah,
Production.
Anticast.
Yeah.
It's a pretty scary game, man.
Yeah, that's the game that was kind of gameplay wise, it's kind of similar to Last of Us, where you have to like there's like the stealth mechanic. It's one of those games where am I gonna go in guns blazing, or am I gonna stealth the shit out of this? And story wise, it's kind of a freaky game because at the start you wake up and the world is kind of like turned to shit, and then you're a guy in a high school, and all of a sudden
you're in a different world actually.
You're in a different world that looks like a high school building, but then an environment is filled with these demonic monster-like things that will essentially kill you on sight.
Yeah, and you could either stealth past them, attack them, and attacking them, you know, takes part of your life away because, you know, you're only human. It's crazy, and it's a scary game.
Yeah, the environment plays on that scary factor. It's not scary like jump scary. It's more of like, oh my god, how am I gonna get through this? And like it is in third person, but sometimes you'll never know what lurks around the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
I like how I just said corner at the time there was something around the corner.
Yeah, you meant to do that, man. You meant to do that.
That was pure luck, dude. I'm sorry.
You meant to do that. All right, moving on. What else we got?
Optimum Games State of War.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Optimum Games State of War. It is. How'd I put this?
It's State of War.
I'm trying to how'd I put this in a nutshell? But it's, you know, those games back in the arcade where you're piloting a plane and then you're just shooting whatever other planes that come in. I guess it's kind of the same thing that goes with this, but your plane is it's a mobile game, but your plane is a world. So you have a small ship moving around the world, shooting shooting whatever comes in your way. But you're not exactly your goal is not to destroy everything. It's more of just rescue, do certain goals, rescue certain other astronauts. Is that a way to put it? Other space rangers.
Other pilots.
There, that's the word. Space rangers.
You're doing your best, man. You're doing your best. I mean, earlier on you just had to propose, you know, and now you have to talk through everything. So you're good. You're doing fine.
Yeah, but so how about you also got your hands on this game. What did you think about it?
Super fun. Something, again, like we said, something you can play on the go while you're on the can. And can't say enough about, again, the devs that we got to meet. The dev of this game, super nice. And like I think it speaks for Casual Connect as a convention and the type of people it attracts. Mm-hmm. I probably ran into like one jerk, and he was barely a jerk. You know, I'm just nitpicking at this point. Like I'm just trying to think of, like, there are absolutely pretty much no negatives to Casual Connect because everyone was so friendly, and not just the crew. You know, all the devs that you'd meet, and it was a great experience as a whole. So, so I'm hijacking the game's time to shine, but so Globe in a State of War was super fun, and actually gave us a lot of swag if I could find it somewhere here. They gave us like, some flyers and stuff.
They gave like a few posters.
Yeah, but the game is simple. Like it's a simple concept, and it's one that you could pick up, play, and then just keep going. We were talking about that on the stream. So again, I want to emphasize our VODs are gonna go up on our YouTube channel. So search Quit Stalling on YouTube and subscribe, and the VODs will go up, I think, in 24 hours if I'm not mistaken. And so you can check all the games that we played out through all 3 days, head on over to Quit Stalling on YouTube. And of course, don't forget to check us out on our social media, which we'll be plugging a little more in just a bit. Diego, let's move on to our next game.
Next game is Keybol Games. Oh, no, not Keybol. Sorry, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, we already went through Keybol, man.
I read the list wrong. Sorry, it's Oi Games. That's right, Oi Games.
It's called
and the
Overexposure.
Game Ball Away.
Oh, Ball Away!
Is that how it is?
Yeah,
You're the soccer fan, Harold. You got this. What is Ball Away?
Game. It's a soccer pong, pretty much. So you kick a ball. It's PvP.
Soccer pong.
It's online only. It's PvP, so you kick a ball across, and the whole line behind the guy is the goal, pretty much. So it's pretty much soccer pong, and what differentiates it from other pong games is, of course, you have your abilities. It's set in the soccer field. Cool game, and it's online only, so you guys have to have a good connection in order to play this game. All right. So,
yes. We don't want to show their iPhone.
Yeah, all right. Moving on, what else we got, Diego?
Legrand Legacy by Semisoft Studios.
These guys, man, Legrand
Legacy. And you
and
think,
the guys over at Semisoft, super cool guys.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that this game was an indie game because it's kind of, in terms of scale, pretty big. Graphics are like, I think this was a AAA developer, and like the scope of what they want to bring up to this game is pretty huge.
Yeah, so I want to point out that the footage we got of the gameplay, sadly, wasn't direct footage from the computer, because we were having a couple of issues with the
HDMI cable.
Yeah,
the HDMI cable. But yeah.
So they came up with a really good game. It's a JRPG in the vein of
Final Fantasy?
yeah, Final Fantasy and Suikoden, games like that, and it's pretty awesome. I wish we could talk more about these guys, but I think we should. We do have to cover everyone, and we don't want to run too long. But Legrand Legacy was one of those games, and it has so much to offer. It's not just the roam around the world like in Final Fantasy. And fight things. They have so many modes. So they have one where this one, I think they mentioned they borrowed this from Suikoden. It took a lot of inspiration from Suikoden. It's more of a tactical game, and it's a separate mode from like the story mode. So you don't have to play one mode to play the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's great. We for those people who like these types of tactic games. It's a good experience, and we don't get many of these types of games nowadays. So it's good to see that they're living on and carrying on these types of game modes and expanding on them.
Yeah.
So they go past this. We have, what else do we have here? They have
Robot
fishing,
Gentleman.
don't they?
Wait, what?
Yeah, they had a fishing mode.
Oh, sorry. I
Target
thought you said the next
mode.
game.
No, I wanted to show the rest of the game modes they had, because here's the fishing mode.
Yeah, I want to fish right now. I don't want to play any RPG. I just want to fish.
Exactly, and they had like this little arena mode that we were entertained by.
Yeah.
So
not enough games with arena modes. Arena modes are personally one of my favorites. When you just go around.
I know.
If you have a great fighting mechanic, arena modes is a must.
Yes. Yeah, I totally agree wholeheartedly. And the guys over at Legrand did a great job with their arena mode. And they're still building it up. They're adding more creatures and more things to fight in the arena mode. So check it out, Legrand Legacy. They have Twitter. Their social media is super active. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. And of course, the VOD will be up tomorrow. I highly recommend you guys watch it because it was a great interview.
Yes.
All right, moving on.
Robot Gentleman with 60 seconds.
Dude, we got to play 60 seconds with our now good friend Vlad Miku, and dude, that was also one of the ones that got like a whole lot of views.
Yeah, because Vlad is a very popular guy. Yeah.
With good reason.
For good reason, yeah. Okay, this game at first, when you play the game, you're thrown into this house where you're basically have 60 seconds to collect everything you can to go into your bomb shelter, and then it was kind of like PlayStation 1 graphics at the time. Like, what am I playing? And then all of a sudden it goes into this text-based story mode where it's like, oh, the writing's so hilarious. And what I want to point out was that the Twitch feed and the Facebook chat were going crazy over like, what was the name of the kid? Timmy? Was it right?
Oh God, was it Tim?
Okay, but anyway, we were just like at the point chat was helping us decide the fate of the whole family that was in the bomb shelter. That's basically it. Yeah, it was fun to go through everything. It was fun to engage with chat on this, and as Vlad was saying,
it is Timmy. It is Timmy.
Yeah, it's Timmy there, Team Timmy. And then as Vlad was saying, he was surprised that the family survived that far because we were just really trying to breeze through the entire story.
We were trying to kill him.
We were trying to get them killed, and they survived that long. And like when I look at their Facebook page, the sister, what's the name of the sister?
Mary.
Yeah, so like they have art for like Mary holding a cake that's like how many days old, or like it's like molding, and then she's like purple and seems infected. So it's nice to see what'll happen to the family, because you can actually have them head out to the shelter, explore, and do whatever. So it's nice to see things change as the days go by.
Yeah, and it's mostly text based, but it's so engaging, even though it's mostly text based.
Yeah, that's where the charm comes in.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, like you said, it's that kind of game where you could play it as a YouTuber and just like do the voices for everyone and read through the journal.
You can make him a voice, Timmy. Yeah, we should. That's one of the games. That's probably one of the next games we're gonna try doing a stream of as well. Just because I want to know what happens. I want to see how far I can get, and I want to see how screwed up I can get the family. I want to see how many pages that book we're looking at has.
Oh yeah, for real.
I have a feeling they're gonna have this thing where the page run out of books. You're writing over. Vlad, you got this. That the page that the journal ran out of pages. You're gonna have to write over previous pages.
Oh man. Yeah, that's nuts. All right, so
60 seconds.
60 seconds. Yeah, good game.
Yeah,
good game.
60
All right, what else?
Yeah, so what's else we got? Harold, you played this game, Spy Robot VR, by Archiact. Yeah, sorry, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but Spy Robot by Archiact. I really don't know how to pronounce it. I could be wrong.
So here, Spy Robot. It's by CEO's Pet Software. And the guy's name is Mark Mueller. So CEO's Pet has come up with a VR game where, why is it blurry? Hold on, let me get to a point where it's not blurry. Okay, so it looked a lot better in the VR headset. I swear to God, guys, we had to improvise with the VR stuff. You gotta do what you gotta do. You're pretty much just hacking through stages. You hack through like security cameras, surveillance cameras, and your point is it's a get from point A to point B kind of thing. But in a unique way, where like I said, you hack through cameras, you hack into robots, and man, how do I put this?
You're basically it's a puzzle hacking VR.
There we go, puzzle hacking VR. Yeah, so and you have like abilities that you can do that are all extensions of your hacking. There you just see you could just see that you need that robot self-destruct. Simple game, simple concept. The sad flaw of playing that game was we were playing it on battery, so sadly I got a little dizzy while playing it because we were playing on a powered down GPU. But
okay.
He did assure me that when you play it while your computer's plugged in, hopefully, I mean it was a magnificent feat that he got it working on his laptop. I'm pretty sure that speaks to a lot of the development process, but awesome VR, another one of the VR games that we saw at the convention.
Yes.
All right, we gotta keep breezing through, man. We gotta keep breezing through.
Okay, we're down to our last two games.
All right, cool.
All right, let's go with Kinodo, Studio Flip.
Kinodo, mega folding, super fun. Kinodo.
But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty unique game that I have never encountered before. Well, at least just me, just personally, just me.
This type of game is it's a really unique concept.
And it utilizes, of course, utilizes a mobile system, the basic smartphone gameplay mechanic of touching the screen, and this game has been in development for a while. And one thing that I wanted to point out was this game was actually very hard because you gotta see the picture. I don't want to sound like an Inception guy, but you gotta see the picture within a picture because you gotta fold the screen in such a way, not literally, like don't fold your tablet or your phone. You gotta fold the picture in the screen to make another image that's in the picture. So you can only imagine how much of a shit show or a shit day that the artist has just to get that going. It's like, okay, I'm gonna make this great piece of art, but I have to put something in it. It's like origami this stuff, man.
Oh yeah, and it's great. Like the art in the game is super cool, as you'll see in just a little bit. And the developer for this, solo dev as well, Katie Huang, man. You know, you get a lot of solo devs with so much talent, and it's so surprising that, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised at this point because we've gotten to meet so many of them. But they have so much talent. They're so good. They come up with such unique gameplay like this. Oh man, this is the part where she starts like putting animals together.
Yeah, there's like a point there where she's like, I'm gonna behead this squirrel. I'm gonna behead this rabbit.
I'm gonna put this bird on the polar bear head, on the polar bear's body. But yeah, super unique and super great. Shout out to Katie. This was a fun stream, guys. VODs are going up on YouTube tomorrow, so check those out. Diego, what's our final game?
Our final game.
What's our final Twitch stream? Meet the Devs game.
Okay, the last game we streamed, and the last game we're going to talk about today, just recap on, is Nemo_Dio. Nemo Dio by Team GGHF. Good luck. Good game, have fun.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what
Choi.
GGHF means.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. It was just Merc Choi, but this was one of those cooler games that that have a slightly familiar concept, but with a unique way of putting it together. You control two robots at the same time. They have to go through a map each robot has its own side, left side, right side, and they have to navigate maps that are different from each other, similar, but what they have to go through different from each other, and the mechanics are super fun, and the single player is vastly different from the multiplayer. But yeah, this is the single player that you're seeing right now, and you have to go from where your robots start to, again, the very end, point A to point B, and when you control them, you control both of them at the same time, which is what makes it hard.
Yeah, like when you move your stick up, both of them go up. But
yes.
The thing is, since the obstacles of each robot are different, you could be leading one guy to safety, but you could be leading another guy into a vicious buzzsaw.
Exactly. And, we're seeing the multiplayer right now.
You played this on one controller, right?
Yeah, this is a super fun game. We played it on one controller, so I kicked Merc's ass. But it was great. Let me see if I could. Yeah, so the objective of this was pretty much just to shoot your opponent, and you kind of took advantage of that. But yeah, super cool game, Nemo and Dio. Check it out online. Merc is looking for as much support as we can, and show him your love, guys. The VOD will be out tomorrow. So there you go. I wanna touch on some of the games that we got to see on the show floor. A cool fighting game called Fight of Gods.
The game where you destroyed my ass.
Well, let's phrase that differently for the sake of people watching at home. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna see if I can play this on the browser real quick, because it's worth seeing, actually, because Yeah, it was a fun game. Diego, would you like to phrase that differently real quick for the folks at home?
Were you... Basically, he wrecked me on that game. The game was called... was it a Battle of... Was it?
Fight of Gods.
Fight of Gods, where... basically a fighting game where you use different gods from different cultures, and Harold just basically wrecked me.
Oh, I mean, I had to get you back for that space battle, yeah.
What? Yeah, you had to get back from space battle.
Yeah, ultra space battle, bro. So
this is where Harold had to, get revenge. But it's fine.
Like,
it's fine.
all right, no, we're not playing for fun anymore, Diego. This is where I kick your butt.
It's unfair. You used Anubis.
Well, gotta go with your homeboys. We have similar skin tone, me and Anubis. So next up we oh, was that?
So sorry, my bad. Someone's calling me.
Oh, that's fine. I've experienced that multiple times on our shows, Diego. That's fine.
It's not my fault.
Yeah. All right. So next up we got Rage in Peace. This was one of the games we saw on the floor, and you said that you've seen YouTubers playing.
Rage in Peace. Yes. I played that game. I think you took a video of me playing it. It's one of the. It's those games where you go. Okay, this is the best way I can describe it. It's a side-scrolling version of Super Meat Boy, because what happens is you're essentially going through your office from you're side-scrolling left to right, and there are tons of things that just kill you along the way. The difference is that you don't know what's gonna happen. Well, watch this. There.
Oh, was that a shark?
Yeah, so like you have to practically memorize the entire stage for you to get past it, because you never know what's gonna happen.
Good
like,
Lord!
It's gonna drop out of nowhere, or there's a rock that's gonna fly, a stone wall that's gonna fly to you. It's funny that things in this game will just catch you by surprise, because you see those puddles there. At first you're like, okay, where's the shark? But then there's no shark. But then something else happens. I don't know what this guy's doing. I think he's getting the timing for this.
Oh man.
Yeah, but this game is fun. That game is fun. I'd play this game as well.
Yeah. Another one we saw on the show floor, Downward by Kurechii Game Studios. It was a... See, I don't have a video right now, but it's a free runner pretty much. So if you guys head on over to KurechieGames.com, CARACAL Games.com, you'll probably find a couple of images and maybe a link that I can't find to some video. It's a free runner or a parkour game in VR. It was pretty cool. It was like Assassin's Creed, but more focused on the parkouring versus the assassinating. Yeah, so it was mainly just Creed, and yeah, it was a cool game. I'd recommend you guys checking it out. Another one is Diego, I don't know if you got to see this one, Factions.
Factions.
Because this is the point where we separated on the show floor. Factions was a cool game because it's a MOBA. Okay, it's a MOBA, but it's location based.
A MOBA's okay. It's a.
So it's a location based in the same vein as like Pokemon Go. What's Niantic's other game? Shoot, I should know this.
Because you're still one of the very few people in this world who still play that game.
No, what's that other game by that Niantic did?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Let me look for it. Niantic's other game.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, Niantic's other game. Ingress. There we go.
Ingress. Yeah, there we go.
Our former co-host of the show, Gallery, would play Ingress. Yeah, so it's the same thing, but it's a MOBA pretty much. So crazy concept.
How is it like different? It's like you really fight with other people that are within your vicinity.
Yeah. So you go from point to point, taking back like on Pokemon you have the gyms. It was pretty much like that, but it's a MOBA instead of like a tapper. From the Pokemon's point of view, that's what you do in Pokemon Go, right? From behind the Pokemon, you just start like fighting the Pokemon that are in the gym. In this one, you're playing as an avatar in the world, and it's a MOBA style combat pretty much. So it's super cool. I wanted to give them a shout out because they seem to have a unique concept. They're from Paraguay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So good stuff. Factions. It's by Possibilion, and yeah. So shout out to them. And I think now, Diego, we should talk about the guys who won at Indie Prize.
Yes.
All right. So do you have this? Let me bring it up on chat real quick so you can take a look at it.
Okay, let me take a look. Game Sauce Biz. Wait, hold up. Give me a minute. We're looking.
Yeah, go ahead. Bring it up. Bring it up. All right. So we're gonna give a quick rundown of the guys who won the awards. So best game design, Stifled from Gatai Games. Best game art, Leela's Tale from Skullfish Studios. Diego, could you read out best game narrative and best multiplayer game real quick?
Game narrative. Winner was Monster Prom, developed by Beautiful Glitch, and this guy's from Spain. Okay, best game in multiplayer. Best multiplayer game. Mushroom Wars 2, developed by Zillion Whales. What was it? What was the nice costume change? What was the game?
Sorry, what?
I said the best game in narrative and best multiplayer game. Is that right?
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, best kids and family game. We had She and the Light Bearer by Mojiken. The guys over at Mojiken reached out to me recently, so I think we're gonna be doing something with them. Yeah. Soon. Best mobile game, Sarah is Missing. This one was the one we thought someone accidentally had their phone.
Yeah.
we thought like someone.
When they were announcing the nominees, like, oh, someone actually got footage of their cell phone. And
yeah, because how it would work is when they were announcing the nominees for Indie Prize, which is pretty much the top games of the convention thing. They'd show the gameplay footage of the games, and for this game, when they were announcing like best mobile game, and we saw the gameplay footage for Sarah is Missing, we were like, hey, someone had their texts and videos recorded by accident for this game. Like the idiots that we were. Turns out that was part of the game. Super unique and actually pretty cool of them to have developed that. Actually, you guys should check it out. You guys watching the stream, Sarah is Missing. Check it out on YouTube. They have a lot of like gameplay from YouTubers. Best VR game, the guys we talked about earlier, the Wizards from Carbon Studios from Poland.
Yeah.
Most innovative game, Stifled. Again by Gatai Games. We saw them go up on stage twice, and it was really funny because you're like, oh, them again, sweet. And again, I don't think they were expecting to win, so good job to the guys over at Gatai. An Audience Choice Award, Dragon Up Match to Hatch. Yeah, because it wasn't a match 3, Diego. It was a match 2.
Yes.
By Eastside Games. Eastside.
Yeah, I wanted to play the game after it kind of caught my eye over the ground floor, but I didn't know what it was until they won.
Yeah.
Match to Hatch.
Yeah, Match to Hatch. So, sadly we didn't get to play all the games, because we were so busy at the Twitch booth, at the live stream booth. A lot of the games came to us, which was very fortunate, but we didn't get to play some of the games on the floor. So, for anyone we missed out, please reach out to us, and we'll be doing some Meet the Devs remotely, from what I hear. Isn't that right, Diego?
Yes, we will, good sir.
Yeah, so more news on that. We wanted to tease that a little bit, but more news on that in the coming weeks and days. We did it, Diego. We did it. We got through all the stuff that we wanted to talk to.
And we did it in less than 2 hours.
Oh, gosh. Man, we still pushed it quite a bit, though.
Yeah, not bad.
So, guys, again, if we didn't get to interview you, we're sorry. Apparently, Diego, it was a first come, first served basis. So, guys, you gotta sign up sooner for Meet the Devs, so we can interview you. We missed out on a lot of your games, so please, for our sake, you have to sign up. You have to sign up quicker. All right. Diego, I want to get your impressions of our whole 4-day stay there. As we wrap up, so what did you think of Singapore? What did you think of Casual Connect and the people we met?
right off the bat, Singapore. It's the first time I've been to Singapore. I love the country already. I wish I had more time to go around and check out more hawker centers, more spicy foods, and more street food. That's what I live for sometimes. As for Casual Connect, it's an awesome event. I'm not so keen on conventions where like, okay, you just have like a bunch of people coming in and playing. I like this one because this is like strictly a kind of convention where you just meet a lot of other developers. All like mostly devs, barely anyone there is like kind of a consumer, I'd say, a regular like audience. It's a game where it's a convention where you just meet and greet a lot of people. The after parties were great. The food was great. Yeah, all day buffet, baby. Thanks, Carl.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you want footage on like the behind the scenes stuff that Diego's talking about, I just want to chime in. Head on over to our Instagram @Quasong. You'll see a lot of it.
Yeah, basically a lot of our shenanigans are over there on Instagram. And but yeah, I mean, Casual Connect was awesome. I'd love to do it again. Maybe you can bring us to Seattle, boss, or and Disneyland. So if you guys want, if you our viewers want to see us do this again, like, share, favorite, subscribe, all that social media jazz on quit stalling, and make a hashtag. Bring these guys to Seattle. Bring these guys.
Bring
to
us
Disneyland.
back. Bring us
there.
back.
Hashtag bring us back. Yeah.
Bring us back. All right. And as we're wrapping up, I want to give a shout out to everyone who watched today. Diego, could you give a shout out to like all the people who like on Facebook?
Okay, so for Facebook, from shout out to Roofy, Vibav. I'm sorry if I'm okay. I'm sorry again. Vibav. Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm just trying my best. Shout out to Roofy, Vibav, Raina, Jamaica, Matthew, Francis, Monica, Carl, Cheska, and Patricia. And of course, our favorite, one of our number one fans of the show, the Vincent Sia.
What's up, Vincent? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I want to give a shout out to everyone on Twitch. So...
Also, Robbie Hilado, sorry.
Oh yeah, Robbie, man. Everyone on Twitch, Nine Squirrels. You know who you is. We got Barry over there, Keybol Dev. The best boss in the world. We'll give more shout outs to him in just a little bit. Underdog Gaming Studio, thanks for watching, guys. Francis Roque.
And of course, Gwen.
Gwen, of course. Yeah, Monica, who also you mentioned, who was liking us on Facebook. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I want to give a shout out to the entire Casual Games Association crew. So this might take a while. So Han Fam, Mary Tan, Orchid, Casey, who else did I miss? Pat Lore, Gyang, Casey Gao, not to be confused with the Casey from America that I mentioned earlier, Casey Rock, I think is his name. Kara Uy Matiao. Oh man, Yulia Moshkaryova. Cheese, shout out to Cheese. Man, I'm trying to look through. Did I miss anyone? Oh, shout out to Frederick Tirta and Mata, the guys who were helping us out during the first 2 days of the stream. Those guys were awesome, man. They made our job so much easier.
Oh, thank
and
God, yeah.
Yeah, of course, our bosses, Jessica, and the greatest boss in the world, Carl. Guys, oh man, it wouldn't have been as fun. Actually, I don't think we would have done it without them. So, thank you guys so much, all of you guys over at the Casual Games Association crew.
Yeah.
Man, like, I wish we spent less time on the games and more about like thanking them, because it was such a great experience to go through. If you were to ask me, man, like, I would definitely do it again in Kiev, in Seattle, in Disneyland. But that's only if you ask me. You know, I'm just saying. And like I keep saying throughout the stream, all the people we got to meet were so good, were so fantastic, great people overall. You know, I want to give a couple of shout outs to Brian Queck. Antonio, you know, the guys we met over at Casual Connect. We made a lot of good friends over there. You mentioned Vibe earlier. Mike Hines, Tiffany Tang. Oh man, I'm just looking through lists. Mello, we finally got to meet Mello. So shout out to, Yeah, so great times over there at Casual Connect, and yeah, check out our Instagram for all the behind the scenes stuff, like the after party and the aquarium, the sea aquarium in Sentosa. It was super great. Yeah, so we're looking forward to more Meet the Dev stuff moving forward. Stay tuned to our social media for that. Diego, is there anything else you want to say before we fully wrap up?
Hashtag bring these guys back.
Bring these guys back.
Yeah, that's it. You know, honestly, I gotta say thank you for everyone watching. The reason why me and Harold do this, I mean, there's not many people would choose to do this, to do what we do, because it's hard, it's time consuming. But the reason why we do this because of people like you who listen to us. Since we have somewhat of a viewership, it gives us the motivation to watch. So keep watching us, and we'll keep doing this for you.
Exactly. All right. I want to remind everyone, please, to like and subscribe to all our social media. So let me sound off real quick on all of them, because there's a whole lot on Instagram and Twitch. Follow us at Quitstalling. So twitch.tv/Quitstalling, Instagram.com/Quitstalling, or search for Quitstalling. Twitter and Facebook at QuitstallingUs or QuitstallingUS. Shoot, sorry. It's been 2 weeks, and I'm completely forgetting how to do this. What else do we have? Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to our. Sorry, like and subscribe. It's been a while, man. Like and subscribe on our SoundCloud. So SoundCloud.com/Quitstalling. iTunes. We have so many podcatchers that we're on now. So I'm gonna read them out. iTunes, Google Play, Pocket Cast, Digital Podcast, Stitcher, Overcast. All our podcasts are up there, as well as on SoundCloud, like I mentioned. So check that out. Head on over to www.quitstalling.us for more, and for all the links that you'll ever need about Quitstalling. And for more info on Casual Connect, head on over to casualconnect.org. Did I get that right? Casual. Can you check that out? Casualconnect.org. Thank you so much to everyone at Meet the Devs and Casual Connect. Oh, yeah. Follow Casual Connect on Facebook, Casual Connect on Twitter, Meet the Devs on Twitch, and Casual Connect on Twitch. Yeah, and if you guys have any other questions, email us at quitstallingShow@gmail.com. I think that's it. Diego.
And when are we releasing our VODs again? Sorry.
Tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow. Hopefully within the next 24 hours. So stay tuned for that.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. This has been our Casual Connect recap. Casual Connect Asia 2017 recap. I think that's it. Bye, everybody. Is that it?
Bye. Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.